Buongiorno and welcome to Finder Lab. Today we're going to unbox and wire up a 7L control panel light, the daisy chainable version with the connector connection. So we're going to go over to our workbench and we're going to give you an insight and look at how to do that. So we're at our workstation. We have our trusty 7L. We're going to be looking at the versions ending in 200, which are the connector connection versions, as well as our trusty set of Finder Weha screwdrivers. You know, if we come by for a sales call or you allow us to do a virtual sales call, you actually might score a set of these awesome screwdrivers. They're my favorite giveaway, actually, to our customers. But let's go close up onto the product and check it out, unbox it and check it out. All right, so this has the tab, so you can see 7L 460230 2200. So we got a 120 to 230 volt AC/DC version. We also have a version that's 12 to 48 volt AC/DC or DC for your DC applications. The reason we took two voltage ranges was really to accommodate on those lower versions, the 12 volt battery. So if you open the box, you see you have two different connectors sides. You have a female side as well as a male side. In the box, there's a female connector. So you can have a single light setup right straight in the box. In addition, if you want to daisy chain, you can daisy chain up to 7. You would get this 07L12 connector, which is a male connector, which allows you to plug it into the female side to daisy chain the different lights. As a highlight, they're all magnetic. If you have a magnetic enclosure, you can just use the magnet in itself, but it also has these handy mounting brackets with the screw ears. It has a nice little handle for gripping, so you can move the light in and out of the panel. In our case, we have our 46, which depicts that it's a 1200 lumen version. We also have a 600 lumen version as well, and this is our PIR, our passive infrared motion detector. Our motion detector is pretty awesome. It has a pretty large range of about 10 feet or more. Comes out of our building automation site, so we've been doing motion detectors for a long time. So this is a really cool motion detector. We also have a soft touch on-off switch, which is an electrical on-off switch, as well as a no-switch version for you folks that use door switches. All right, let's get it wired up and ready to go. So let's use a trusty tool. So in this case, you see the adapter. So what we want to do is there's a little screw here. So first thing we're going to do is take this screw and get rid of it. So see this nice little magnetic tip. So on the side, you will see there's a couple of little ears that you need to pry open. Be careful that you don't stab yourself in the fingers. I found it's always easiest to kind of get one side going and then follow suit with the other side. See how we popped open this one side, and now we go to the other side and hopefully not stab our finger off. Takes a little finesse. There we go. And it opens up. Inside we have a dual screw terminal. So now we use our trusty wire and cable. So we're using black for your neutral and your blue for your hot diggity dog. It doesn't really matter what terminal you use. The light is completely polarity neutral. So we'll start with our neutral first, and then we plug in our hot. You see the top of the cover kind of popped off. Plug that back in so it makes it a little easier. We are closed, and all we do is set the screw back in, and boom, we are connected. At this point, all we do is plug it in, and we're ready to go. It has a little safety in here, so once you have it plugged in order to release, we have to push this button down and remove the adapter. Already had pre-wired the 07L12 for the daisy chain. So in this case, we have our male adapter version as well. And boom, you are fully connected. In our next segment of this awesome lab, we're going to go down into our show panel and install 3 of these lights and show you what it looks like inside of the panel, completely daisy chained. Welcome back to Finder Lab. We're now going to install these 3 7L control panel lights with LED. First thing we're going to do is open our control panel. So we have this awesome, which is another cool giveaway for trade shows, is a control panel key. So it has 3 different endings that allow you to open the control panel. So now, as you can see, we don't have a handle here, so we're going to show you how strong the magnet is. We're just going to install the light. You can see it stays pretty strong stuck, and we're just going to open the panel. So even if I tug on this, it's not coming loose. So if you're concerned about a magnetic light not sticking inside of a magnetic enclosure, I think we've debunked that concern right here and there. Or we've already landed our wires inside the panel, so we're just going to do a quick install and show you how easy and quick it can be done. So light number 1, we have our male and female side. So light number 1 we're going to just install up here. If we wanted to, we could also go a little lower. You can just use a one side. You can see it still stays pretty sturdy, but we're going to stay traditional. All we do is plug this in here and plug in the male side on the back, and you're going to see my bald spot. Now we're going to get a trusty foot ladder. Be careful stepping on it. We have our second daisy chain on this side, so we're just going to install one side, install the other side. Boom! And our last side, we only have a female side, so I'm going to take these brackets off. Since this is our end piece, and we will install that right here. Now, to test the light and show you how bright it is, we are going to turn on our panel. And lights come on right away. Since it's a motion detector, it goes off and then it comes right back on. Here you go. Demo of the 7L in its beautiful, brightest, and shiniest. Moved around. At this point, with a little slack, you can actually, with the handy handles, you can take the 7L and just kind of move it around a little bit. So if you wanted to just brighten out a certain area or light out a certain area and install, you can do so as well. Thank you for watching Finder Lab and the install and unboxing and install of our all-new 7L with the connector version and the full install in its beauty right here. Now that the 7L is on, it is so bright, I almost got blinded. So it is really, really recommended by us that you gotta wear shades because your future is totally bright.